brief as I can with my message. To sum up my job, it was somewhat difficult. I oversee about a $10 million athletic budget, 75 employees, coaches, and staff. We have approximately 320 student athletes from about 25 different states, 10 different countries. We compete in 15 different sports. I spend about 100 days a year on the road, driving about 30 to 40 hours a month. I attend probably about 150 to 175 athletic events every year. I oversee our marketing and promotion of our athletic department, all of our fundraising that we do, and in all ways trying to make sure that our coaches and our student athletes have the very best experience that they can have as they represent Southern University. And work their way most importantly towards receiving college degrees. But my message for all of you, young people who are here today, after all, this is a back-to-school extravaganza, is I want to talk to you a little bit about athletics as an industry. You know, a lot of people have aspirations. In fact, let's do some polling here. How many of you hope to one day play a professional sport? Anybody? Be a professional? Football, basketball, baseball, soccer? Okay. All right, so when I was your age, I got a speech very similar to this by someone who tried to put things in perspective for me. And at the end, I'm going to tell you how important school is to those folks who do not have. There are about 320 million people who live in America. 320 million. That's a lot of people. Okay? About 159 million of those people are men. About 50 million of those people are in between the ages of 21 and 35. Okay. That's your sweet spot for men who are going to become professional athletes. 50 million people. How many professional basketball players are there? Anybody know? Take a guess. Low. 12 men. It's a 12-man roster. So you've got roughly 360 professional basketball players in the NBA. You have roughly 1,600 professional football players in the NFL. You have roughly 1,200 Major League Baseball players out of 50 million. To put that in perspective, you have in between a .00002 and .00003% chance. Not 2%, not 0.2%, but a .00002% chance of becoming an athlete, professional athlete. A little about myself. I was a all-district, all-Acadiana, all-state, and blue-chip all-American football player out of high school. I was an all-conference, all-state, two-time all-American football player in college. I'm in the College Football Hall of Fame. Anyone want to guess how many years I played in the NFL? Somebody say one. Somebody say one. Lower. No. 0. Never played it down. Okay? So the chances of becoming a professional athlete, even if you're an exceptional athlete, are very, very small. And it's important to have dreams. And I can tell you, no one will be proud. I mean, the people who go to this church community, the people who live in your neighborhoods and love you to death as people, that one day you became a professional athlete, nobody will be proud. And I can't tell you how much I hope that one of you has that opportunity someday. But what I want you to hope for and aspire to are goals that are more attainable and, frankly, in many instances, can actually be more lucrative. Now, a lot of people think they want to be a professional athlete because of the fame, and because of the money, because you can be rich. But let's talk about wealth. Okay, a wealthy NFL football player might make $5 million a year. Not bad. It's a lot of money. A wealthy NBA player might make $13 to $15 million a year. A wealthy Major League Baseball player might make $25 million a year. How much, it's a little quiz, put your thinking caps on, please. How much money does a professional athlete make if he is injured and cannot play? Take a guess. Somebody say $1. Lower. An injured professional athlete makes nothing. So let's say you do achieve that dream. Okay, and in a sport like football, where to put it in perspective, 300-pound people run full speed at other 300-pound people on purpose and bang their heads together, there's probably going to be a fair chance of injury. So, even if you do achieve the dream of becoming a professional athlete, you are an injury away from not having any employment. To put it in further perspective, a lot of people look at people like LeBron James and or look at people like Alex Rodriguez and they think that they're rich. The people who own those teams are rich. Okay? They don't have losing seasons. If you're the star quarterback of your team, you get injured, zero money. Star quarterback of your team, you have a bad season, they cut you, no money. Owner of that team has a bad season, he or she still owns the team. Okay? That's wealth. They're agents. Okay? Agents make 10% of all of the income of these athletes. In other words, if you represent 10 star athletes, you make more money than any of those star athletes. Okay? People who are lawyers who represent them, financial services people, who help them manage their money. These people make 7 or 8 figure salaries every year. There are a lot of ways to show your love and appreciation for sport in this country. Okay? And make very good salaries that are not simply tied to your athletic ability. So I want you to think as you go back to school this year, if you really love sports, about all the different ways you can work in sports, okay, and make a great salary. Show your love of sports. Be around the game. Okay? I haven't played a down of football since 1999. Okay? Before many of you were born. Or all of you were born. Yeah. Okay? But I get to spend every day around athletes, around coaches, around athletics. Okay? I don't make millions of dollars a year. I'm not hungry. Okay? I've been able to do really well for myself. Okay? I never played it down in professional sports. I say all of that to you to tell you that the key to you being successful in your lives, even if you love sports, the key is doing well in school. That is what is going to open up doors for you all the way through. We have student athletes at Southern University who are able to work towards a college degree. And because of their hard work and efforts and by the grace of God, these people are going to graduate, many of them, with college degrees and not owe $1 in debt to any government agency or any bank anywhere. They're going to be 21 years old, eyes this wide, and not owe $1 to anyone because of the success they've had as student athletes. And they're going to have college degrees and graduate and go on to great jobs. Okay? We have young men who competed at Southern last year who are pursuing their dream of playing professional sports. We have a young man who was a pitcher for us who's now pitching with the Los Angeles Dodgers. We have a young man who played football for us who's competing for a roster spot with the Arizona Cardinals. But one of my favorite stories from last year is Michelle Rush from Brooklyn, New York. Came down to Louisiana with the dream of playing Division I college women's basketball. We just graduated this past spring, owing $0. We just got a job making $80,000 a year working for Exxon. All the dreams came true. Be a Division I athlete, get a college degree, free and clear, no debt. Okay, and she's 22 years old with a great job. And not to mention a great attitude and sterling personality to match. And her being an athlete made all of that possible. So continue to chase those dreams. Okay, but don't chase the dream of being an athlete and sacrifice what you need to do as a student. Her success as a student is what brought her to Southern University. She walked on to our basketball team and earned a scholarship later. but she had such good grades out of high school that she actually got an academic scholarship. That's what gave her the opportunity to become a Southern. So, if you love playing sports, by all means, compete your heart out. Okay? But never lose sight of the fact that you're working hard in school, listening to your teachers, listening to people in your community who believe in you. Okay? Earning your high school diploma. Okay? And whether you decide to learn a trade, go to a community college, go to a four-year college, beyond that point, you never stop learning. You never stop committing to academic and intellectual growth. And that's what's going to open the door to many more opportunities for you down the road. So now you guys are excited to get back to school, to see your friends, maybe spend time with them. I know the parents are happy to get y'all out of the house a little bit, take the nerves a little bit this fall. But I wish you all the success in the world, and just know that you guys will always have somebody at Southern University who's rooting for your success. So best of luck to you. Listen to your teachers, listen to the people in the community who support you, and pursue your dreams intellectually and athletically with equal vigor, and I guarantee you good things lie ahead for you. Thank you, and go Jackson.